What's good, YouTube? Thomas Jr. the Barber here. I'm currently at Langford's Barbershop in Style here in Kirkwood. I've been an employee here for going on like 4 or 5 years. Basically what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go in and we're gonna chop it up with one of the co-owners. His name is Mike, or Uncle Mike to most people, but we basically just gonna have a little conversation with a few brief questions, man, and just get his perspective on the industry and everything. But just stay tuned. Doing all right today?
Doing just fine.
Pretty good, pretty
That's
good.
good.
Even though you harassed me earlier.
Well, that's every day.
Yeah, that's what happens in the barber.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially.
I ain't gonna busier than me. I'm pretty sure the customer will walk in here in a minute, but
I
I
hope
just
so.
got 3 simple questions for you.
Okay.
How long have you been cutting hair?
And have 51 years.
How did you start?
I started by being a child. And my uncle took me, started shining shoes in the barbershop.
This barbershop?
No. Previous shop before here. Actually, I started cutting hair when he go play golf. Cut on my without him one day. And asked me, was that my desire to cut hair? I told him, I like cutting hair. So he said, well, you come up here next week and we'll get started on teaching you. Next week I went up, he had me a whole barber set up. And when I turned 16, he enrolled me in barber college and boosted my age up to 17.
Okay.
So I actually graduated barber college before I did high school. And I haven't looked back. This is my passion. I love people, love interacting with people, and I love what I do.
I would hope so. You said 51 years.
51.
You also said you went to barber school. So for up and coming barbers, 1, are you licensed? And 2, do you feel it's important to obtain a license?
That's the most important thing. Because it's just like anything else as a professional. If you dedicate yourself to what your heart desire, you got to get certified for that. If not, you sell yourself short. So why do something that calls for certification and you don't get certified? So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Because if you're not certified and you like what you do, then people can handle you in a way they see necessary. But if you get certified, you know how to put up with the BS. Then eventually you can go out on your own, open up your own. And that I've seen it happen to a lot of young barbers that have worked here. And I tried to get them to get their license, they wouldn't. They leave here, go somewhere else. Them folk run them off, they go somewhere else. They call them shop hoppers.
Yeah, I used to be one.
Yeah.
But I was licensed.
yeah, but they used to call them shop hoppers.
Yeah.
So, I tell people, especially young men and young women, barbering is a profitable job if you work it.
Right.
It's just like going to work on a 9 to 5.
Right.
The more days you go to work, the more money you make.
Yeah. That's a tough lesson to learn. I was one of them people, it took a long time for me to learn it and just getting the understanding for it. And like I said earlier, I grew up in this shop, but my brother grew up in this shop. I used to come in and out of here. And some people, you could call me stubborn a couple of times, but like it take experience for people to understand what it is you're trying to teach them. And with you being older, I appreciate you for letting me learn that lesson and understanding that I had to experience it. Because there would have been a lot of people, man, that probably would have told me, man, you ain't going about your business, but you've always kept these doors open. You've always provided a place for me to work, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, well, no problem. I see some good in you and seen good in you. You're very ambitious. You're a very ambitious young man, and that's what it takes to survive in this world, no matter what your profession is. Whatever your heart desire, go at it. Because there's one thing about it, we have a mind and a heart. And a lot of us follow our mind. Your mind changes all day long.
Yeah, they do.
Your heart stay the same. So whatever in your heart, that's what you roll with.
Yes, sir.
That's where God dwells. People dwells in your mind. Huh?
Gotcha.
But God dwells in your heart. So let your heart be content. Continue to push forward. You know, and like I told you, I said, Tom, I don't expect you to stay here forever. Right. If you want to go out and do your own thing, I'm going to support you in that. Right. As long as you're doing something good for the better of yourself and your family, then I got your back. But then if you're acting a fool and doing foolish things, Mr. Mike gonna tell you, Uncle Mike gonna tell you, you're a fool.
Yeah. I
see. You know, I done talked to you before.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody steal your joy and steal what you comfortable in doing.
Right. For
their self-gratification. A lot of shop owners, they do that to barbers.
Yeah.
For their own self-gratification, as you know. You know, after Stan them died, the pandemic hit, it was but 2-3 years here.
Yeah.
And business was pouring out the door. But I never gave nobody an ultimatum. Yeah. You either come to work or you don't.
Yeah.
Because what I'm going to do is do the best I can, as much as I can, and I'm going home. So, you know, it's left up to the individual person to have that drive.
Gotcha.
So you got to have a drive. It's just like in your vehicle. You go out there and get in your car and crank it up. If you don't put in drive and make the gas, you ain't going nowhere. And life the same way. Life is the same way. Yeah. You got to have a drive, and you got to keep driving. Yeah. But everybody you know bag up a lot, they usually crash.
You got a point.
That's why they got 3 mirrors on the vehicle.
All right. Last question. With you being a 51-year, I guess we can call you a veteran in the game, do you feel that it's more the tool, or is it more the technique that makes a barber be significant?
What's the technique? It's the technique.
Yep.
Because a lot of barbers nowadays, they use a lot of these new modern clippers. I take a pair of Wall Seniors and a pair of Anders Outlanders and do just as good a work as they do. First of all, you gotta know what you're doing with the tools you got. So the tools don't make the barber. The tools don't make the barber.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Tools don't make the barber. Some people can cut or fade. They might have to have 2-3 pair of guards. I've been in the business so long, a regular low fade, I don't even need a guard.
Uh-oh.
I can blend your hair without a guard because of the technique.
Gotcha.
And that's something you learn over a period of time. You know, you got to know your tools, know your supplies, know what you're working with. And once you know them, then you can grasp what you want to do. You can grasp what you want to do.
Gotcha.
You know, I have actually seen barbers shape up with a pair of wall clippers. It's not right and it ain't professional, but I've seen it. I've seen it.
Well, for those that don't know, this is Uncle Mike to most, Michael to some, but we're here in Kirkwood, East Atlanta, depending on what side of town you're from. But I work with this man every day, sometimes. But yeah, man, just stop by, get your hair cut, chop it up with us, come get the experience. I appreciate you, Uncle Mike.
I appreciate you, son. In fact, I appreciate your service, your loyalty, and most of all, I appreciate your love, Thomas.
Love you too, Uncle Mike.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all come see us at 1947 Jose Williams Drive. We've been serving the Kirkwood, East Lake, East Atlanta, Edgewood community for over 60 years. Been in this location 53. God has been truly good to us. Truly good to us.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And this, you go to the Fed.